What gets you in trouble with the IRS is not tax planning. Tax planning is not illegal, is not risky, is not what gets you audited. What actually gets people in trouble is not reporting their income. And I want to talk about this today because I've had several clients come to me hesitant, almost scared of doing tax planning, even though they love the idea of how much they can possibly save. So today I'm going to break down what actually gets people in trouble with the IRS, why so many people are afraid of tax planning, what high income individuals are doing differently, and what you should be doing starting today, and make sure you stay until the end. Because I'm going to show you how to shift from overpaying taxes to actually taking control of your financial life. If you are new here, my name is Noura Al-Masri. I'm a tax accountant and the founder of Noura's Books. I help business owners stop overpaying in taxes legally. And today, we are going to clear one of the biggest misconceptions that is keeping people stuck financially. Let's be very clear. There are two completely different things: tax planning and tax evasion. Tax planning is legal. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax planning means you are reporting your income. You are keeping proper records. You are following the law. However, you are using the law for your advantage. That's it. That's what the tax code is designed for. But when you don't report income, when you hide income, when you forget income, that's what gets you in trouble. Not planning, not strategy, not being proactive. And this is where I see a disconnect. People are afraid of doing things the right way, but they are not afraid of doing things the wrong way. They consistently try to hide income to save in taxes. Do not do that. I've had clients come to me and say, I don't want to do anything that might get me in trouble with the IRS, but then I look at their tax return and they are overpaying by $20,000, $30,000, sometimes even more. And here's the reality. That money is gone. You will never see it again. It doesn't come back. It doesn't create opportunities. And what's even more concerning is this: that overpayment keeps you stuck. It keeps you in the cycle of working, paying taxes, starting over. That's the rat race, and you are officially there. And many people are in it not because they don't make enough money, but because they are afraid to optimize what they already have. Now, let me explain something clearly, because this is where most people misunderstand. High-income individuals are not just saving on taxes. They are strategically creating opportunities within the tax code. They report their income. They follow the law, but they structure everything intentionally. Time their expenses, maximize deductions, use credits and incentives available to them. And here's the key. In many cases, they reduce their taxable income so much that their tax liability becomes very low. And when you combine that with credits and incentives, they can actually receive refunds, even though they didn't overpay in the traditional sense. Why? Because they created the opportunity, they understood the system, they used the system to their advantage, and they documented everything properly. Meanwhile, those benefits are funded through the system itself, through taxpayers like you. So while some people are afraid to plan, others are positioning themselves to benefit from the system. Another thing I hear all the time: I've never heard of this before. How come not everyone does this? I have asked other people and they said, I am not making enough money to plan yet. And because they've never heard of it, they assume it's not valid. But think about it. Do you really think people who are saving thousands or millions in taxes are broadcasting every strategy publicly? No, they are doing it quietly. They are working with professionals. They are implementing strategies They are keeping records. Meanwhile, the average person is waiting to feel comfortable, waiting for validation, waiting for approvals. And that waiting is costing them money every single year. So what should you actually be doing? You should be reporting all your income, keeping proper records, working with someone who understands tax strategies, planning before the year ends, not after. Because here's the truth. Tax planning is not about avoiding taxes. It's about controlling your financial outcome. And if you are not doing it, you are leaving the control to chance. If you are tired of overpaying, if you are tired of feeling like you are working just to pay taxes, if you are ready to actually take control of your financial life, it's time to do things differently. Book a call with me today and let's create a customized tax plan for you. Stop paying the rich and start putting yourself in a position where you benefit from the system. See you next Monday.